Howdy YouTube, welcome to another video by moi. Today I am going to do another Flash Friday, this time editing, and namely editing on iMOVIE. Now, I've been doing this 6 months, and for the most part I've been editing in iMOVIE. I started off, I tried to use a couple of other programs, the Filmora thing, didn't like it, opened Hit Express and went, no, it looks good, it's just too big, too hard, too many layers, too many things. There are others, of course, Final Cut Pro and Premiere Pro and that, but you have to pay for them and I don't have the budget. So iMOVIE, on the Mac, it's simple, effective and easy. Now you can obviously just film something on your phone, upload it straight to YouTube, no editing. But should you want to cut away and show an image of something you're talking about and overlay a picture or put some graphics on it or add some music, you need to edit. So that's where this comes in. Where do you start? Well, you start with hardware. I'm only using a MacBook and it's small. It's only 120 gig hard drive, tiny. Not fast enough to run things like Final Cut Pro or Premiere Pro or so forth, even if I could afford it, which I can't. So where do you start? Well, you download your copy of iMOVIE if it's not already on your computer, and first step is you delete the library. The library that is on the hard drive will just soak up your hard drive, and then all that happens is the computer sits there going, I can't do this, there's no space, it's all, I'm gonna go, oh no, and then you get a spinning wheel of doom. So instead you need one of these, an external hard drive. Find the iMOVIE library, click on it and drag it onto your external hard drive. Now what I'm going to do is record the screen as I edit and show you the process. In the past I edited some of the things like the 50 things you didn't know about me. That I did in a bit of a back to front way, laying down the 50 things and then posting pictures and stuff on top of it. And it was a slow process. I was cutting out the audio and pasting it over the numbers and things like that. It wasn't needed. And in hindsight, I realised that's what slowed me down. We'll also do multi-layers. We'll also add in music, where to get music, and anything else? I'm sure I'm going to forget something, but I'll try to remember. Oh, graphics. How to add graphics and how to use graphics as a trick. Thanks to Mikayla for that one. Another link. And I'm basically just passing on some of her knowledge in my own way. Without further ado, let's get on. Okay, now what we're going to do first, before we do iMOVIE, is go to here and go to QuickTime Player, open QuickTime Player, go into QuickTime Player, go File, New Screen Recording, click that, and you press that. You press the record and then you'll be recording the screen. Stage 1. Stage 2. Open iMOVIE. Open a new project. Get images from the hard drive. Now you can watch the videos through, mark down the times and write down at 40 seconds to 46 seconds I want this clip, and write that clip down. 52 seconds to 59 seconds, that clip, and go through the entire thing, writing it all down, listing it all out. That way when you go in you just click, drag, boom. I, however, don't do that. What I tend to do is import media. Click on import media or press Command I. Find the file that you want, click on it, check this the right one. You can press play here and run through, then the file, click import. Then I've got the media in my media section. I can run it through and check that it's all right. I want all of it. I can also press play underneath the video and watch it through, or I can trim it down to a small section and drag it in. Now, get video in, and then you click on the palette icon at the top for colour correction. Dragging the blue bar past the white line till you get a little bit of red. That's making it brighter. You can see in the image it's too bright. If you take it down now, it'll go too dark and there'll be no contrast. So you want to tweak it just a little tiny amount. And then you can add or take away saturation and hue, to yellow to blue, make it warmer or colder. Just play around with it, don't go too far. Now iMOVIE is pretty basic when it comes to colour correction. Things like DaVinci and so forth have incredible colour correction, and you can do all manner of things, but you should do that at the start. Then you go back in, then you can start trimming it. Command B will trim your video where you want it. You take your section of video that you want, drag it in. Once you've done that, you can pull the edge, the playhead, the end of the frame, and pull it back or out. It's never definite, it's never all or nothing. If you clip it short, you can grab hold of the end of the film strip and pull it out, and the media is still there. You haven't cut it permanently, you've only marked it as where you want it to cut. You can drag it out a bit and add a couple of frames, or pull out loads more. Now you've got a piece of media in between your intro, and it'll cut from one to the other, but obviously there's no sound because you've spliced between two things. So that should be fine, but should you want to continue talking like I'm doing now, and you're seeing a picture but you're not seeing me talking, what you do is you take your piece of media that you want and you drag it, but this time you don't drag it into the timeline, you drag it on top and you lay it, and now you've got two layers of video. You've got the introduction and talking, and you've got the bit of video. When you play that back through, you'll hear me talking underneath, and you'll have the audio on top. Of course, if there's audio on the higher, you're going to get that noise as well, and they'll both play. So what you want to do is click on the video and mute it. Then I fiddle about with the start and finish points. You can add a transition, so it fades or dissolves or fades to black, white. You can do flips and turn it around and whatever. Although those sort of gatefolds and folders and things like that tend to be a bit amateurish. I just stick for the most part to cross dissolve, cross blur, fade to black, fade to white. Okay, now we're not done much. Usually I do this towards the end. I can put titles like that in there, click on it, change it to, I'll have it on, Georgia, outlined, make it bigger, and press OK. But there's also adding text over the video, so like this. Drag that on top of there, click in here, go like this, spot, Mikayla Tracy, and on there, parking, yep, that's okay. Right, now what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to go into speed, I'm going to slow this down, and then it's cropped this in, and then when you play this like this, it goes da 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 da. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Part 3. Okay. While I'm at it and we're doing graphics, there's a little trick to do. If you come down into these, you get these things. Yeah, little sparkly things like this. If you put that on there, hit anything, you get this little sparkle runs across the screen. Okay, should you need to blur something out, you can do it on YouTube, but the other way to do it is to quite simply go into pull focus, drag the pull focus down over your video where you want it to be blurred, and instead of typing graphics over the picture, you just leave a blank space, hit OK, and the image will go blurry, thus blurring out anyone or anything you don't want shown on the screen. And there you go. In editing this, I've realised there's one thing I missed out. Detaching audio. So this is done while I'm editing the video of editing videos. It's going to get confusing. Okay, Alt, Command and B, or if I right click, detach audio. The audio goes down there onto a green screen there. Yeah, and then that's separate. Now I can move that over and go like this and replace that and put in some visuals and get rid of most of it. B, delete, and then when you play that through, I've done Alt Command B, detach audio, and go like that. Now I've got to now add that into the video, and then you'll see it, and then it'll all make sense, hopefully. I've done Alt Command B, detach audio. Another little trick. Quite often I just trim pieces down, cutting them slightly. So I've taken this section of video and panned it down a little, so following that girl walking down, come to here, you got this woman starting to climb. You don't need to see her climb the whole thing. And just do this. So I'm going to take a bit, get that. You want the guy watching, and you get to there. She's done the move. Trim. Now you take this bit and you just drag it over. Shouldn't do very much. Let's drag it a bit. There we go. Okay, so makes her look like she hasn't done anything, but she's done that. She's done that little bit I've just cut out is a fiddly hard bit to do when you're climbing. But I'm gonna take this. She's there. Boom. Edit. Trim it down. She's gone back again, so it looks like she's not done anything. Take that to there. Just goes to there. Trim it. Slice down. Just fiddling about. Working it out. Boom. No. Get rid of that. Just taken 2 minutes of video and trimmed it down to okay. Next trick. Another video, another piece. Let's just colour correct it. This video is playing. I do this. I fell off. I hurt myself. Shock. Why I'm doing this is because if I fast forward it slightly, get to here. That's what I did in the last video. Acton. Go like that, and then right click. Add freeze frame. Boom. When that plays, scream. Yeah. Speeding up and slowing down videos. Now I'm taking a piece of video that is in here already. I've speeded it up. It was just to run through the entire centre. Right. Trim it. It's on the reception area. Go into there. Make it normal speed. And then walk down normal speed. And then speed up again for that. We'll add in the next bit. That's it. Now, I just thought of something. I come to here and I come up to this traverse wall. I can add, I can import something. We also took photos. Drag that into there, drop the media section, got a picture. If I drop that on top of the timeline, I can go, boom, timeline. So crop. Now trim it down, because it's a static image, it'll load automatically for 4 seconds. Do that, and then I can either have it like that, or I could drop it into there. Drop it into the timeline, and we go run around here like crazy, into here, and then around here like this, around here, traverse wall is loading, done. Okay, I'm going to add the yonder sign in and see if I can add it over the top to demonstrate overlaps and green screens. That picture's there. There's got cutaway. Now cutaway is usually where the picture is here on top like that. but you can also go green screen and do that. So it's the two over top, and because it's a similar colour, it should be able to overlap and give you a green screen like that. Makes it look sparkly. Now, this wants to fade. Okay, now got the video sorted somewhat, and what you need now is music. So for that, you go to something like here, the YouTube audio library, and you search for new music. Just for safety's sake, just put that like that. You've got all of these pieces of music that are free to use, and you literally just click on something. It's music. You see how long it is, see what it is. That was Slow-Mo, Houses of Heaven. You'll see that, but yes. But I have already downloaded music, and if you click on audio, basically download the track, make a folder for the audio and look it up. And this is where you try to remember what the track was. That's it. I sort of thought an 80s vibe. Yeah. Right. So we trace this back. Now I don't need music on the intro because you won't be able to hear us. The music's already there because I've pre-recorded that. And then we're going to fade the music in around there. So you drag it down and it lands in the audio here. When you click this, there's a little bar here. You drag that and it fades it in. Now what you want to do is click here and it says lower volume of other clips. Click that, and then all the music of everything else around will suddenly drop, supposedly. Check the length of the track. Okay, and then what we'll do is basically just cross those into there. I think we'll go, and if you push that like that, it automatically feeds the two together. Make that to there. This piece needs to fade out a bit. Right, and that's adding music. Well, there you go. Hopefully that's made it a bit clearer and you can get down to doing some editing of your own. It's got a bit dark in here suddenly. That took me about 3 hours to edit down what was a couple of hours worth of video, an hour's worth of video cut down to 5 or 6 minutes, and it took about two hours to do. It would have been quicker if I actually had a computer that was fast enough to do it and not freeze every time I make a new action. But and yes, if there's anything I didn't cover and you want to know, please let me know in the comment. Right, but in the end, there we are, a short video on how to edit in iMOVIE. Hope it all helps, and I will see you again soon. In the meantime, please hit the thumbs up and let me know that you liked this. Hit the subscribe button so that you get videos every week. Hit the bell so you know there's new stuff coming up and comments, etc. And yeah, I'll see you again soon. Cheers. Do this in between scraping. This week I'm presumptuously kind of doing another Flash Friday. There's only 3 of you watching, and well, let's presume that people are watching this. And we listen to an idiot above dragging of the day. The whole time I'm sitting there trying to edit, I'm going to get that. A silly little snippet of two professional climbers being silly, and then we're back to the next bit. Also, you want to give me a new computer and then I can use Final Cut Pro. Oh well, keep going.